Alright, what is good with y'all? It is Wolfie, we're back with another video. So today I'm doing something a little bit different instead of like the usual showcases that I've done for the past couple of days. And today I'm just gonna rant about Runeslayer. Because, well, as you guys can see, I'm in the Elderwood Forest trying to grind for this stupid, another 0.1% drop weapon, right? Called the Ragnarok. Okay, if you guys don't know, it's a new dagger that drops apparently from Serpents and apparently from Basilisk. And I've done over 50 of both, and I haven't gotten it. And mind you, I have the Golden Fairy. And as you can see, it says on the top right, it says gives 4 more rolls on monster drops. So this means if I kill a monster once, it'll roll its drops an additional 4 times. Meaning, if I kill, let's say supposedly a mob once, it means I'm killing it 5 times. And I've done both the Basilisk and the Serpents over 50 times. Like, I have counted. It's over 50 times. I stopped counting at 50, okay? Because I was just like, please just give it to me, game, please. Like, I was gonna make a video of like, oh yeah, let me kill the Basilisk or the Serpent like over 50 times, and maybe I'll get it, right? Maybe I'll get it, because you know I have the Golden Ring, I have the Luck Ring, I have every single ring or every single thing in the game right now that makes my drops better, and there is no way I haven't gotten any of the weapons in over 50 plus kills of both mobs. Okay, so that's one issue. Okay, I want to just rant about that a little bit, but we're gonna be mainly talking about the main, like I have 3 main points in this video, okay, and we're gonna be talking about those. So aside from the abysmal drop rate that I just talked about, right, which again makes it super shit to farm, because if a player with Luck Ring and Golden Fairy is struggling to get drops, what if you don't have either of those? Like, how much are you gonna struggle for drops, right? So again, enough yapping about the whole drop thing. It just makes me really mad. Anyways, first point I want to make is the PvP update. Okay, the PvP update systematically wasn't bad. Okay, like the whole, I have a faction, you know, I have to kill people of the opposite faction to then get points, rank up within the faction, and then I can buy gear. That systematically is good. But what makes this update bad is the core gameplay of the game. Okay, the core mechanics of the game, primarily the PvP. Okay, the PvP in this game is terrible. To keep it frank with you guys, it's terrible. Okay, this game is not built for PvP at all. As much as I want it to be built for PvP, because I would love this game to have an absolutely amazing PvP, but it's just not for PvP. Okay, this is a PvE game, and for that reason, they need to divert 90% of their focus on PvE rather than PvP. Okay, they do to fix the PvP. Okay, first things first is parrying. Parrying in this game is absolutely terrible. Okay, it's like layer 1 deep broken, where the guy parrying you, if you have a dagger or if you have fists, then parrying might as well not exist for you, because you can swing through everything. Same thing with hyper armor. Okay, we're not gonna go past that. Okay, it's pretty much the same with hyper armor. Okay, if you get parried as a warrior with hyper armor moves, you can just spam it right as you get parried, and you will have prio over the person parrying you. Okay, it's not a, if someone parries you, they get prio. It's if someone parries you, if you have faster swing speed or a hyper armor move, then you get prio, which is stupid for the game, because, well, that makes fights just unbearable to play. Okay, second thing is the fact that you can't hit party members. That's pretty much it, right? If you're getting 2v1 in this game, the chances you of winning are really low, unless you're 1, a berserker, or 2, you're a warlock. Okay, because warlock, you might as well count as 3 people, because you have your stupid fiend, the stupid overpowered fiend, you have your pet as well. Okay, so you might have a spider, you might have a boar, you might have a whatever, and then you have you as a player who have spells. Okay, so you pretty much count as 3 people as 1. Okay, now that is insanely stupid. Okay, especially because they didn't nerf the fiend for PvP. They didn't nerf it, so it still screams, stun locks you, has a grab, has like every single move pretty much guard breaks from that stupid like mob, right? So you're just insanely overpowered. So like, what can a player who's like a warrior, who's like a striker, who's like I don't know, anyone that isn't a berserker and anyone who isn't a warlock, what can they do against that, right? They really can't do much. But going back to the fact that you can't TK, like, it's just stupid. It's stupid, and it promotes mosh pit fighting. If you guys don't know what mosh pit fighting is, since you can't hit people in your party, whenever it's more than a 1v1 situation, if it's like a 2v2, 1v2, 2v3, 2v4, 5v5, whatever, everyone is just gonna go in and spam AoE moves for no like care in the world. They're just gonna spam it, and whoever has the most AoE moves, whoever has the less cooldowns, the most stats, the best gear, is gonna win. Because, well, you can't hit your party members. So if you get hit by, let's say, a CC move, you get hit by a warlock, a fiend grab, if they have smart teammates, they're just gonna go over to you and wall combo you and CC combo you. And what can you do about it? Nothing, because, well, you're already getting stunned. And then you're getting comboed by two other people who can't hit each other. So what can you do at that point? I don't know. What did the devs think was gonna happen when they added no TKing? I don't know. TKing, no team killing is good for parties with mobs, but it's not good for PvP. It's not good for PvP. It just makes the PvP just trash, and it just feels like shit. That's all it does to PvP. What can they do to fix this? Very simple. Okay, I have two solutions that I think you guys will either very much disagree with me or agree with me. Okay, two solutions. One solution is they add an area specifically on the map for solely to PvP. Just like how, like, I think RuneScape does this. I think World of Warcraft does this, right? A lot of RPGs, MMORPGs do this. Okay, they completely disable PvP anywhere, unless I think you can duel people in those games. But they have a designated like servers areas for PvP, and I think that's what they need to do. Add duels and add designated areas for PvP. The second thing they can do is add a separate place, like a separate game mode. As much as I hate game modes, I really hate game modes, right? I really hate like how Deepoken has potentially, I mean, eventually we'll have Conquest and 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s. I hate those game modes because I feel like people need to be fighting in the real world. In the real like overall game is much better, but for this game it's not much better because it's just that bad. Okay, so what they need to do is add a 5v5 game mode where you can queue up with your friends or randoms and you can fight the opposite faction. That makes it more enjoyable. You don't drop anything. Maybe you can drop stuff. I don't know what they want to do with loot bags and whatever, how they're gonna rework it, because they did remove it. But I don't know what they need to do. They just need to add something to where overall the whole game has a disabled PvP and PvP is somewhere separate. Because again, as I mentioned previously in this video, this is a PvE game and not a PvP game. Okay, this game is primarily PvE, and PvP should never be more than literally 10% focus. 90% of their focus needs to be on PvE because that's what's more enjoyable. And even then, PvE in this game is somewhat unenjoyable because, again, the first thing I ranted about in the video was drop rates. It just makes it extremely annoying to like even get anything. Okay, and the two things they added new, the two new content that they have added are both these abysmal 0.1% drops that are one require you to again farm hundreds and hundreds of mobs for, or two, somehow get Lucky Ring and Golden Fairy, which even then I'm still struggling. Right? So I'll go over is the lag in this game. The PvP is already bad enough. The lag makes it way worse. Makes it extremely worse. What can they do? Optimize the game. Okay, I'm pretty sure a big portion of why the game lags is because every boss is spawned into the same area, right? There's no like separate places for bosses. To give you an example, Deepwoken was extremely laggy in verse 1. Why? Because Duke, Primadon, and Ferryman all spawned in the same world. Okay, and what did they do? They made it so Ferryman spawned in a separate place. They made it so Duke spawned in a separate place, and pretty much every boss after that spawned in a separate place. I know there's world bosses now, but I don't know how laggy Deepwoken is anymore. But before, it was really bad. So hopefully they make it so the Colosseum is a separate place. Hopefully they make it so the spider lair is a separate place. Hopefully they make it so the Dire Bear cave is a separate place. The Dire Bear thing is cool, right? It's cool, but I don't know if that makes the game lag or not. But the game's obviously laggy. But anyways, these like bosses being in a separate room would make it better anyway. Okay, it would make it better anyway. But anyways, So the last thing I want to talk about is the golden fairy method. Okay, obviously I have a golden fairy here. How did I get this? I was somewhat smart of myself. The moment I saw a fairy up there, it was like literally the second day of release, I started hopping for it because well, I wanted to test it out. I wanted to test out if I could hop for fairies, and I could. Right, the second day of the release, I was hopping for fairies. Okay, and quite literally the whole day. Okay, before everyone else was hopping. So I luckily got this fairy. But now there are exploiters running around botting servers to see if a golden fairy spawns and exploiting and picking them up. So how are you, a normal player, supposed to compete with an exploiter who has access to scripts that look at the whole server? I don't know. So how do they need to fix this? They either just need to make this golden fairy a boss drop from, like, I don't know, some fairy mob or something, or make it so if you turn in the normal fairies, which again, really, no matter what you do, unless you make this like a boss drop, it'll just be bad. Okay, like, it'll just be bad. Maybe you can make it a quest item, rework it into like a quest item that you can get, like it's a chance to get it, like the helmet and the ring, right, similar to these two. But making it so they spawn in, right, it's very exploitable, right, very exploitable. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I think those are the most popular kind of issues within the game right now, right? They need to do a lot of fixing, because I do love playing this game. I do really like playing this game. The PvE in this game is very enjoyable, but a lot of work needs to be done, right? A lot of work needs to be done, and they need to just take their time to fix stuff and not rush anything. They need to just take their time and like fix these issues, or else this game will die soon. Okay, the game is not dying at all, right? It's at 40k players, but you know, truth is, a lot of people who are playing this game because there's nothing else on Roblox to play. That's the truth, right? I'm playing this game because of that reason too, but I genuinely like playing this game because a lot of the stuff in this game are cool, right? The classes are cool. But if they don't fix it soon enough, people are gonna stop playing it. That's really the truth. But that's about it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, if you guys do agree with me or disagree with me, please like and subscribe. And comment down below. I usually reply to every single comment or give it a like. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.